Good evening, everyone, and welcome to PlayerWon. My name is Nick Weasel Frymett. I am one of your hosts, and I am here with my fellow host, Trace Pisek Evans. Trace, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. We're about to take a trip into my dark past.
So, I'm kind of excited about this because we've been talking about this for a while, and because we were talking about, hey, we're going to do this show with this really old simulation game, Trace said. And I'm like, okay, that sounds good. And he's like, it's free. There's a free version so that we don't have to pay anything to be able to play a few tracks and a few cars. And like,
yep.
All right, sounds interesting. Let's download it. So I download, install it, and look at it and go, oh. It's old. This is a video game.
This is from 2003, I believe. Maybe even earlier than that. I know that the first date I saw for any release on this was 2003.
My favorite thing, though, is that the copyright date does say 2003 to 2014. So they have been updating it somehow over the course of this time.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing, is that it actually has Oculus Rift support in it. They've been updating stuff. It's just still kind of an alpha / beta / I don't know. We kind of didn't put all the stuff in we're supposed to because we're just 3 guys and only 2 of us know how to program.
So 12 years later, and here we are. So we're going to play this game. If you have already gotten it, if you've been following our social media, we've been telling you how you can get in on this. So it is free for the demo, and that's all we're going to be doing for today. It's... yeah. So this is going to be fun. Before we get into it, though, I just want to remind you of one thing, as I have been for a while. Don't forget, if you want to support us, or if you like what you see today, looking up patreon.com/nweasel is the place. We would appreciate it if you'd throw a little bit our way. It's a monthly subscription type thing. We have a few things that we'd like to give you in return, depending on how much you'd like to give us. We appreciate it. Don't worry about doing that until the end of the show, though, because we want to make sure that you actually like what you see before you do it. But we appreciate everything you do because it helps us grow. That being said, now, there's a video game. So, today's topic of discussion, Distracted Driving. Distracted Driving is the show where Trace and I, who are good at racing games, do racing games, and we try to talk about stuff and not get distracted, which I fail spectacularly at.
And yet somehow beat me most of the time.
No, not recently.
Yeah, you do.
Not recently.
Okay, when we get to the semi stuff, sure, I start to do a little better, but...
So, first of all, I'm going to show you this game, if I can... Hang on, I got to Alt-Tab to get to it. So, the topic of discussion tonight, though, by the way, and we're going to be loosely discussing this topic, but it does actually relate into some of the topics that we're going to talk about, is 2015, the gaming future, open parentheses, and 2015 past, close parentheses.
Yes.
So, we're going to talk about video games. Shocking.
Lots of video games, which actually we have stuff to talk about. Things have happened this week.
Well, and I mean, but when I say 2015 past, I also mean like last year's games and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about
We're going to talk about video games. So, first of all, this is the settings screen. I just want you to look at this for a second. This is what the settings screen looks like, and boy, do I tell you that trying to get the right axes to be like throttle brake, steering, look heading, I don't know what half of these are. Not gonna lie. I don't have any of these set because I don't know which axes to put them on.
As somebody who grew up and found this to be one of the most intuitive setting screens in a long time for racing sims, your confusion here is just absolutely adorable to me. I've got to say.
So, here's...
I don't blame you, but...
Yeah, here's what we're going to do.
Like the standard, like, oh my gosh, I can actually assign axes?
That's true. Ooh. So, start new host. Okay, so I have one track to choose from.
Yes,
Wait.
you do.
Oh, it's letting me choose.
There's 2 configurations.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I have that. We're going to do it. Ooh, let's start with cloudy afternoon. Oh, no, cloudy sunset. Sunset
Also,
sounds good.
I already really quickly want to call out a comment from Chase in the chat. He says, it highly suggests wheel for a reason. That is true, but there was a time in this game where the assists were so good, some of the world records for some of the cars were actually set by keyboard.
Nice.
Which, I mean, if people flipped out on that, because how dare these keyboardists somehow beat us with their times because they can hold directions on the arrow keys better than me. Well, the assists kind of got toned down a bit since then, so it may not, you kind of want to wheel, but controllers and keyboard still technically works. Technically.
Okay, sorry, I'm making sure that I have the stream set up.
Did you have a server name too, also? You probably ought to name it something other than just something generic.
I'm naming it PlayerWon.tv !!
That's a good one.
And sure, let's do, should I force cockpit view?
You can. You don't have to.
I think I want to, though.
Okay, if you want to. I mean, if you're fine putting that across and not having to...
Because I think I'm going to do cockpit mode just because of what you're about to see.
Okay.
Ooh.
You are actually going to be the only server out there right now that has forced cockpit view. So that's a way to search for it if you want to join us on.
All right.
If you want to join us, by the way, and you don't have the game, you can probably install it real quick, get yourself an account. Just go to lfs.net, and if you can figure out how to navigate that stuff, good. Set yourself up. Otherwise, sorry, it's a little late to help you.
So, okay, I think I have set up... I think I've set up a server.
Okay.
So try to join it.
I'm searching. It looks like I'm not seeing it. And you said you forced cockpit view.
I did.
Okay, 1 second here. I'm going to refresh, see if I can find some private servers. Maybe you made a private server.
I shouldn't have.
Yep. Not seeing anything.
I know that
Wait a second. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me see. Maybe it has to be empty. Maybe empty is okay. Okay. This is better. We're getting somewhere. Empty servers.
All right.
There's so many more servers now that are amazing.
Mine isn't empty. I'm in it.
Well, maybe you weren't at one point.
All right.
Don't contradict me in front of the game.
I'm... So, whoops. Okay, I can make it empty-ish, I guess. Okay, this certainly is a thing. Very intuitive design here. Nice hatchback, says Chemistring. Yes, thank you. Look at my hatchback.
Oh, it's a good hatchback.
I was going to say something else about this. I know that I set the port earlier today. Or
I bet you did.
Yesterday, so I know that's right. Internet connection. Oh, jeez. Look at how...
Where's cockpit view? I can use that to find you, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe, or can you just search? Or can you just...
2003 game here, Weasel.
Can you just set to alphabetical and look through everything?
I probably could. Yeah, actually I can. So you said it was PlayerWon.
PlayerWon.tv !!
Yeah, you're not visible right now.
Well...
Refresh, see if that's different. Don't worry about it. We will get this sorted out.
We will, I know.
Worst case scenario, there are so many empty servers out there, we could just find one of them and jump.
I agree. We could. You're right.
I mean, oh my gosh, there's so many empty servers.
You have a paid account, don't you?
I have an S2 account, the top class, I think.
So I'm wondering, since mine is demo, are you even able to play?
Yeah, I can see demo, I'm pretty sure. Okay. If there is a separation and I can't, well then... Actually, maybe there is. 1 second here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have to search by certain levels.
No, there's demo options here. Okay, I see demo tracks.
Okay.
So, I should be able to see yours, but I do not.
All right, well, let's just move on then.
It's gone wonderfully thus far.
Pretty much. Display list of hosts. Wow. All right. That is a lot of... Oh, I see. Those are all the options and all the different cars. All right. What should we join?
Well, 1 second here. If I'm looking through this properly... Let's not join one that says drift. That leads to bad things.
Oh god, I do not want you to drift.
Okay, what is this? Ooh, there's one here. It's just Formula BMW only. Interesting. I don't like that, but... Go to A, demo racing. Okay, here we go. A, demo racing, and...
AA demo racing?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
Okay, I see it.
I don't like the ping of it, but... Frankly, none of these are exactly stellar.
Welcome to Air Attack Demo Server. Wow, this is a thing.
Yep.
This demo server offers during events pit stop is required to make things slightly more interesting. All right, T. Evans joined.
Yep. So let's see here.
Your initial oh god, it's got a safety rating.
Oh, do they have safety ratings?
Apparently.
Oh gosh.
This will be
these
great.
Mods these days, I tell you, this is I've never seen this before in this game.
Anyway, all right, so this is
Wait, you mean the number to the right of you? That's actually a ping.
No, there was something that actually said my default safety rating was set to 47 point something %.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna ready up because whoa, brake early into first turn, drive fair, and do not crash. Blue flag. Let's beware of heavy lag crashes.
I'm gonna jump in real quick here. Just gonna switch car.
I got a drive-through penalty and was put into pit lane.
Don't jump the start.
Didn't even know that was a thing. Whoa. Okay. So by the way, as you can see here in my hands, this is how fast. This is gonna be really crazy. This is how crazy. Oh god. This is how crazy Also, the audio on this is real bad. I'm getting a crackling sound.
Well, that's the other thing about this game that's interesting. A lot of games with their engine sounds try to use, sampling from the engine itself. They'll take the car to like a dyno and put microphones around it and get a sampling.
Oh, it sounds real bad. I am sorry
this is one that actually just tried to dynamically make the sound, and that's the result you're hearing right now.
Oh,
and that's the reason why nobody uses dynamic sound like that. They just sample and then work with the sample.
Yeah, I'm literally getting a whole bunch of just crappy sounding static and stuff.
The funny thing is this all is like, this was high-end, this was cool stuff back in 2003, 2004. Now it just feels like Trackmania bizarreness the way it's been modded up.
Almost. Oh, you know what? That's something we haven't considered playing yet. Why is that not on our list?
Let's put it on our list sometime, because I think Giant Bomb's server's up again, because it's free for a while.
Yeah, I think it was.
Steam is. And, hey, that's all the dubstep you'd ever want.
We have to do that before it gets unfree, then.
Yeah, I think that's May when it goes unfree, so we got plenty of time, but I think we need to visit it multiple times.
I agree. So, anyway, so first of all, I heard rumor about what you were going to talk about, yellow flag.
Yeah, somebody must have spun or been slow.
But you and I are the only people on the server, so unless it said that I did something stupid.
I don't know, maybe you did.
Maybe I did. I don't... Are we racing? Should I stop and...
No, it's okay. You can slow down at this next turn if you want.
Yeah.
I'm at the start-finish line right now.
Oh, well, I'm past it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right in the middle of the turn. I see the map.
Okay, I will wait for you up here. You have caused yellow flag.
Okay. I'm making my round turn. Feel free to start rolling.
Okay.
I'll catch up to you.
I am now rolling.
Whoops. This is a long straight. I will have plenty of time to draft you.
All right, here we go.
I'm actually getting familiar with this car again. I mean, I'm not fast with it, but darn.
I don't have a look behind option here. I just want to make that clear, so I cannot see.
I have a mirror?
I do have mirrors. I just realized the mirrors.
Okay, yeah, there's a mirror up there. You should use it like in a real car. Come on now.
Who looks in there?
What are you doing, Weasel?
Why would I ever look behind me?
No, check your blind spots. Check them often. There's
nah. So I heard rumor via a little Tweety Bird, that you have a story that you'd like to tell in regards to, because you're the one who suggested this game.
I am, and this actually, I started thinking about this earlier this week when I was testing this out to make sure it ran. And by the way, 100 frames a second, nothing to lag.
I know,
this
right?
Is amazing for me. A little bit of lag here, but no worries. This game was best for multiplayer at the time, but it still was kind of choppy.
Look at how my guy's look at my guy's hands.
But this was the game where I first got it when it came to sim racing. By the way, I'm on your right.
Oh, yep, you sure are. Oh, this is gonna.
This is the first game where I learned you can sort of.
I have caused yellow flag.
Did you spin?
No, I'm right next to you still. I see you on my right.
Oh gosh, you're over there still. Okay, gotcha.
Oh wow, look at all these points. Improvement points.
Yeah, I don't know what those are. That's weird.
Oh, crap.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just take the outside line. But it's like this turn especially. This was the first turn in a racing game where I realized you didn't just have to slam on the brakes and drift around a corner or, try and put a car sideways to get it through a turn. That's where I started to realize, hey, there's more than just one racing line. If I mess up the apex of a turn, I can actually just go around the outside and still hold it on the track. If I mess up the racing line, I can actually still survive. That seems such a basic thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like groundbreaking where I started to realize, okay, I can run any of these tracks and that sort of thing. It was just absolutely.
Do you have PSIG on your license plate?
Yes, I do. It blew my mind at the time. And ever since then, I finally started getting how to race properly. And if it weren't for Live for Speed being able to teach me that, I was terrible at the time. I still am kind of garbage. But
not as garbage as I am. I shouldn't let you.
I'm kind of familiar with this whole car.
Shouldn't have let you catch up to me. Also, my turning radius is fucking bonkers. But whoa, waved yellow
flag. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it thinks I wasn't going fast enough.
I don't know. All I know is that it appeared in big letters this time.
See right there, early apexed, but
yellow flag.
This is where it all came together, basically, for me. And I keep saying basically, but
basically,
it was tremendous. And I used to race all the time in this game, like 16 car fields, I think it was.
Oh yeah, drifted around that corner.
Because everybody loved this track the most. I mean, this is the easiest track to get into. Some people race South City, which was a brilliant track on its own. And Fern Bay was a popular one for the pro guys, but whatever, I didn't care for it ever. But this was the classic. And I would basically get to the point where I was good enough that with the pros, I could at least run the rest of the course, and here they'd all get by me. I'd survive the first turn crash. I'd be in like third. And then they'd all get by me over the next few laps. It's just, it cannot be understated, dude. You have to find that one game that just unlocks everything in your mind for you. This is
yeah,
it.
and
it's always
oops,
a place in my heart.
Oops.
Don't worry about it. You got it. It's front-wheel drive. You can save it.
I did, but like, I'm surprised it didn't yell at me yellow flag caution stuff.
Yeah, I think we just have to go faster through these turns. I think we're going slow enough that it's saying you're causing accidents. You're not actually.
No, I'm surprised that when I went off the track, it didn't say anything about a yellow flag.
Yeah,
I expected that more. Oh, I'm falling so far behind you.
The other thing, and this is actually the real thing I was going to talk about, my real backstory in all this. This sort of unlocked my whole knack. This is where I got it, sure. But this originally, the forums for Live for Speed were hosted on a website called Race Sim Central. And I was a moderator on that site. It was there was basically a group of forums and some news, but everybody just used the forums. And I was in the forums for another game called Gene Rally. I think it was called, at least I think it was called. Maybe some people say Gen Rally or Generally, but it was Gene Rally as far as I'm concerned. And I caused a bit of a kerfuffle amongst the community when yeah, oh yeah. Here we go. I told you, Dark Past is coming up. There were a lot of drifters in this game. This was back when drifting was sort of becoming a not mainstream, but sort of a known thing beyond, just jokingly referencing Initial D, but people who would swear by the fact that it was going to become so mainstream it was going to be like a sport.
Good Initial D reference.
Yeah, well, I had to call back to it somehow.
I appreciate it.
I jokingly started up, this was 2004 when I started this, because it was at the time where George W. Bush was going for a second election. And he had all these ad campaigns, not to put politics anywhere, but I thought it was very funny that he kept saying, defending freedom everywhere. And these really extremely patriotic, crushing the enemy abroad. To the backdrop of American flags and red, white, and blue and all that. So, just kind of jokingly, and also because I didn't get the whole drifting thing, I decided to do a thing called the anti-drift faction. I made it, and I put it to the exact same sort of thematics.
Nice.
And it was basically, stop needless drifting now. Evilness is abounding. You are poisoning the racing community with drifting.
Are you
never mind the fact that there's rallycross in this game, and you actually kind of need to drift through some turns there to make it work.
Are you not supposed to be able to, turn when you hit the brakes? Because I feel like the car just...
If you're not able to turn, you're locking up the wheels.
Huh.
You may want to let off the brake a little bit if you're doing that.
Alright. Anyway, continue.
And so, I started putting out joking pieces of campaign, stop needless drifting now, drifting is evil, and all this sort of thing. And it was all sort of in jest, but I also knew that there were going to be some people that weren't very into the idea of sarcasm or satire or what have you that were going to be angry about it. And I kind of wanted to grind their gears a little bit for funsies. I was about 10 years younger, if not 11 at this point, so of course I would want to do this.
Yeah.
I was basically still a kid at this point, 21. So as it turns out, when you're a moderator on a sim racing forum, they don't really like you doing this sort of thing, especially if they don't get it.
Of course.
So I had people, I put up a joke website, just sort of a real quick one, trying to recruit people, and that didn't intend anybody to actually see it. One of the moderators who really didn't get it was a joke and would write 5-page diatribes about how I was an evil person to me and how I should resign and stuff like that. Hazardous air, nice. And he ended up posting it into a bunch of drift forum communities. My little website.
Nice.
Well, nice in one hand.
God damn it!
You have to wait for the green lights.
I thought the green lights were on!
I'll wait for you.
Oh, and then I just got a drove through penalty for speeding in pit lane.
Yep, you do that.
There's nothing that tells me to do.
It's 50 miles an hour.
Well, I appreciate you telling me that. I have to drive through later.
As you're turning out of the garage, it told you in which direction to turn out. But, yeah, so I ended up getting, actually legitimately hundreds of death threats.
Oh, great.
Yeah. This is back in the time where it wasn't, scary. Doxing wasn't really a thing. I mean, sure, people would look up, addresses and stuff like that, but nobody actually cared to act on it, because who cares? Back then, it's just the internet actually was a little truer than it is now, where it's completely not true.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least I'd like to think so at the time. But yeah, so I ended up kind of getting ostracized from the whole community of racing sim people in that forum because of that whole deal. Because very few of them actually got the joke, and the ones who did were cool, but in the giant minority.
FYI, I have to hit the pits here, so...
That's fine. That's fine. I'll slow down for you.
Okay.
In fact, I will probably make a pit stop.
Okay. I might as well do that as well, then, if I learn how to do that.
let's see here. Okay. 50 miles an hour. Okay. So, yeah, it's one of those things where not a huge deal in the grand scheme of things.
80 kilometers per hour?
80 kilometers or 50 miles an hour, basically. I know it's not like...
What do our cars show?
Probably miles an hour. At least mine does.
Gotcha. I assume mine does then.
I could be wrong, but...
Alright, driven through. Weasel completed his drive-through penalty. Chase does say, by the way, yeah, jokes on the internet are hard. I've been burned by that stuff too.
Yep, it sort of kind of learned from that, and it's not really an exciting story or anything interesting. I mean, there were some fascinating parts, but that's private stuff that usually makes me have to poke fun at people I ought not to.
Mm-hmm.
But...
You're already running away. Gee, mini frickin' Christmas!
That chicane you just went through was like the one place where you could gain or lose so much time, so I've run so many times. This track I kind of remember by heart, even if I'm no good at running it. So yeah, I kind of learned from there that you get a lot of really super serious people in sim racing communities. Big surprise, I know.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you know, I think the game that, well, I'm trying to think of, whoopsie, I'm sideways.
It's a tough turn.
I'm trying to think of, I've never gotten sideways in the turn yet before, so that's why it was crazy. When we get back to the start of this, let's reset again to be near each other.
Let's just do another drive-through, okay?
Okay, that works. I'm trying to think, because I've been... Well, okay, my first racing game, to be fair, my first racing game was Top Gear 2 on the Sega Genesis.
Yep, that's a good one.
Oh my goodness. And the reason why I liked it so much is because not only was I able to play it, but my dad also played it with me, so I was able to do a co-op campaign through that entire game with him. Oh, what? I'm not...
Oh, you sped.
I was going under 50.
Okay, maybe it's something else, I don't know. You gotta watch the timing board, though, that's for sure.
Oh, I was going under 50. Fuck this game. So yeah, that was really my first racing game, and that was obviously not, you know, it was arcadey extremely, but it made me enjoy the idea of driving games a lot. So from there, I really got into the Need for Speed series. That was really the series that got me into racing games, and one of my favorites was Need for Speed Most Wanted on the PlayStation 2.
Razor Callahan.
Razor, $5 grand. $5 grand. Yep, exactly. All of them?
Everyone!
Yep. So that was good. I really liked that game a lot, to the point where I would purposely start up. By the way, pit lane again. I would purposely, although I'm keeping up with you almost this time.
Well, I'm also taking a little easier because I know we're gonna have to pit again.
Gotcha. I liked that game so much, especially when it came to something like the police chases. That was the thing that really got me, that I would purposely get myself into a police chase, which you would be able to do through their blacklist menu and whatnot. And I would so I'd purposely get myself...
Right here at the signboard, you're timed.
But where does it say... It doesn't say what speed. It says 85 kilometers per hour, which I have no idea what that is in...
Yeah, I'm keeping it under...
I'm keeping it at 40.
50. Yeah, 40 is a good one.
Because I did 50 and didn't like that. Alright. But, I would purposely get myself into a police chase and then purposely keep the police chase going as long as I possibly could to see how long I could do. My current high recorded time on my memory card, and also I transferred that memory card to my PS3, is 1 hour, 5 minutes or something like that. So I had times when I could have run away from the cops, and I didn't because I wanted to see how long I could do it. So I have this over 1 hour, and successfully escaped, mind you, time on that game of being able to run from the police, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, understandably so. I mean, that's the sort of thing that running from the cops and just the whole arcadey destruction parts of those sort of Need for Speed games, all the Hot Pursuit ones and Most Wanteds are really, really just a delight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they just couldn't, other than Hot Pursuit, they really couldn't bring that magic back. You know what I mean? The rest of the Need for Speed series just didn't really... Oh, I did adore, like, the original Hot Pursuit, the original Hot Pursuit 2, and the original High Stakes. Because High Stakes on the PlayStation 1 was a game where if you and a friend both put in your memory cards, you would bet your actual car, which would then transfer through to the other person's memory card in game if you lost.
That's the other thing about High Stakes that's kind of cool is throwing the betting, but also, as far as I can recall, it was one of the first games in Need for Speed series that actually cared about damage.
Yes, it was one of the ones where you had to pay at the end from your winnings whenever you got damaged, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. So
that was one of those games where I actually started focusing on driving clean all throughout, not just, okay, I can take a turn dirty here and slam off a wall here. No, you have to drive that thing real clean. Yep, I remember doing that myself. Also, I'm chasing this guy. No, I saw that. I figured that was your idea, so I was letting you go. Yeah, but I ever since then I've always been a huge fan. Obviously, I've been a huge fan of racing games. I've bought a lot of racing games over the time. And obviously this show also helps me play racing games I normally wouldn't. Yeah, I wonder where that comes from. Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of glad for... racing games are really awesome. I think that they're some of the best games out there just because they are something that is not your violent something or other subtext that we always have these days usually. Sure, it does have violence. They're completely different violence, not to cut you off there. Yeah, cop chases in those games, they're not realistic in any way, and what happens is totally bonkers, and it's meant to be over the top and silly and not realistic. Right. But, yeah, so... Stupid yellow flag. Yeah, it's because the think guy head's going a bit slow. Oh, and now he's off the track. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but they don't look like they know what they're doing at the moment, or maybe they're not used to this yet. Maybe not. He is now back on the track, though. Please keep the racing line clear after the race. Yep. Oh yeah, because there was someone third. Oh, wait, that guy finished third. Yep. Was he on the automatically final? Finishes him. Oh, gotcha. I don't know where he is because I don't see the map anymore. Yeah, me either. Oh. Don't worry about it. I'm keeping in. Oh, yeah. Nicely done, sir. I was just really happy with myself for keeping that line. You probably let me pass, but I did. I'm still proud of myself for that. So anyway, I don't remember. Yeah, so video games. So, speaking of video games, we've talked a lot about racing games, but let's talk about, it's really hard for me to remember what games are coming out this year, and I say that because there are so many games that get delayed or canceled or moved around that I can never tell anymore. Mm-hmm. That is so true. But out of games that are coming out this year, what are you excited for? Racing or otherwise? Well, there's two games. One was just announced this week, even though it was obvious it was going to come out this year, pretty much. And it was alongside a car that I'm so happy I'm going to be able to see this weekend. I know the game is, yep. Of course you do, because it's the Ford GT that graces the front of Forza Motorsport 6. Yep. And my thoughts there are basic. Just put car soccer back in, and I'll be happy. That is a game that I won't be able to play. Because I do not own a Xbox One. Yep. Yeah, spin the car around. I bought an Xbox One because of Forza. That makes sense. I get that.
Chase says, yo, what about F8 and Need for Speed Rivals? Doesn't that dude get hospitalized or something? I didn't play Need for Speed Rivals. That's a bad Need for Speed game.
Oh, ouch.
Rivals? Wasn't that one of the, like, one of the recent ones?
That's the latest one, I think.
Oh, I didn't get out of neutral.
Nope.
Son of a bitch. I keep forgetting about that.
I don't know where the other cars are. I don't have the tools to watch them, but I'm just going to take the outside line. Hope for the best.
He's way behind you on your right, so you'll be fine.
Okay, I appreciate you saying that.
Oh,
the other guy disconnected. Okay.
Well, there's 3 of us here.
Yeah, I know. I see.
Okay, except
there's a 4th at one point.
oh, he keeps connecting and disconnecting.
Yep.
So I don't think he's actually. All right, I got past. Nope, he's on my right.
Yeah, you two are side by side right now. I can see.
Yeah, Rivals, the most recent Need for Speed story was so dumb. Yeah, and so because of that, I decided not to even bother picking that one up, because that one just didn't seem fun, and also based off of what I had heard from everyone, it was really bad. So yeah, that was not of my interest. Yeah, like, the last Need for Speed game I really honestly played was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which came out on the PC and everything else. The more recent Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, mind you, not the originals.
Right.
And that game was great. I'm pretty sure that's the latest Need for Speed game, though. But yeah, I don't know, like, this year, so what's your other game? So you're excited for Forza, makes sense.
Well, the other game, and it's kind of it's been out, frankly, for most consoles, except not the PC, and that's where I want to see it. First time, GTA 5. I know you don't like it, but
no.
GTA 5 first-person mode in, up to 4K resolution should be very interesting and see how that works out.
So here is the thing. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not a fan of the GTA games. I don't understand. I had an argument with people, and I don't agree with the arguments that people made, but I respect that argument. There's a hatred. We all in the video game community who keep up with video game stuff heard about that game.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
I don't understand, though, the argument between what the difference is between hatred and Grand Theft Auto. People say that Grand Theft Auto is satire, and that is why it is acceptable. I do not subscribe to that. I disagree entirely, because the characters, in my opinion, are meant to be the most degenerate human beings who they're not meant to be good people. You're not meant to do good things. So what is the difference between that and hatred?
Yeah, I understand that. That's a good view, because that's the thing that makes me like Saints Row, and also I was going to mention Saints Row.
Agreed.
That one, I think, gets the satire you're looking for a little more right.
I love the Saints Row franchise. That gets my pass.
They know they're going over the top. They know it's mindless, stupid violence, and especially the stupid part. And they managed to treat it in a kind of a classier way, I think.
They do.
But GTA 5 still, it's just... I understand. It's all the same plot. Some guy either thinks he's out of the business or thinks he's going to get the job of his life and ends up getting screwed over, and then he's going to make his way back of the ladder doing miserable things for miserable people the whole time.
Sounds about right.
And I think the thing I enjoy that makes me okay with it is the schadenfreude of not only the main character but everyone around him. Their misery is okay because these people deserve to see what they get.
Yes, that's the case.
They deserve to suffer, in a sense, because they're all bad people.
To be honest, Grand Theft Auto 5 may be the first Grand Theft Auto game I will personally buy, and the reason I say that is because I'm interested in the open world aspect of GTA Online. I probably will never play the single player, but I will probably do the online because I'm interested in the things that you could do that kind of make it more of a joke than the single player. Like the stupid things you can do in the multiplayer. just seems more interesting and amusing to me than the actual storyline. And I've heard, sure, the storyline's one of the best there is, blah, blah, blah. I respect that. I get that. You can like it. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, the other thing, too, is that GTA 4 had an incredible multiplayer. It was way better than the single-player story, and it just was doing silly stuff. That's what I'm more into.
Yep. Also, I've watched some YouTube videos of people playing the multiplayer and how you can pretty much create any type of dumb race scenario you want by placing anything anywhere. Some people have created some of the crazy, like the races that you can create where you have ramps that you can make boosts, so you have to boost up these ramps, go over corkscrews, all the rest of this completely insane stuff that you build literally into the world seems like so much fun.
Yeah, it does. I mean, in all fairness, ramps and stuff we got to figure out how to get a server of this and revisit this sometime. I got to say that. Okay. I got some ideas. If we can get a PlayerWon server going.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I can get you a license and stuff like that. I'm not against that. But anyways, yeah, go on. I'm sorry. GTA and the ramps and all the races you can make.
Yeah, no, it just seems like it would be a lot of fun. Sorry, I'm also losing control of my car, apparently, and I'm reading Chase's description he provides here, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm starting to get into a lot of the less realistic violence games, if any violent games at all, and that's kind of what I'm interested in. So, this year, I forgot to pull up a list of games that were supposedly coming out this year. I was going to do that before the show. Shit. But, like, for example, Superhot might be coming out this year.
Yeah, might be. I hope it is, because I backed it.
Yeah, so did I.
It looks wonderful.
Super excited for that game, but not because, sure, it has guns and whatnot, but really, it's more of a puzzle game, is what it's meant to be, more than an actual shooter, and that's why I like it.
Yep.
And like, oh god, see, now I'm upset that I don't remember. I always forget. It's the same with like why I don't do Game of the Year lists, is because I can never remember what games came out this year, and there are so many of them that do.
Yeah.
Like 2014, there are so many games that came out. Sure, I will completely agree. Shadow of Mordor, probably my top game of 2014. But if you look back, a lot of games came out. BioShock Infinite was 2013.
I believe so.
I think. But like that came out.
It was my game of the year for 2013.
Yeah, but that came out at the beginning of 2013, and to be honest, I almost completely forgot that game was a thing by the end of 2013.
Well,
but that did come out that
way too early.
Well, but see, that's the thing. Those games happen. So like, there are games that have come out. Well, and GTA 5 on the PC did get delayed. Speaking of,
yes,
but like there are games that have already come out this year. And we won't remember them by the end of this year, probably. But
probably not.
There's some probably great games. Like, for example, Disco Dance-Off Dodgeball thing.
Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball.
There you go, which...
I played that at PAX Prime, maybe PAX East.
Pretty sure I get that
it was
game.
PAX East last year. It was good, but it wasn't that good. It has improved significantly.
So, yeah, it has, but at the same time, I have been watching the tech of that game because I'm very interested in, and if you go into their YouTube videos, they're using a technology. Is that people clapping? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, you're hearing clapping. That they do that at the end of the race automatically.
Gotcha. Very, very faint, but I'm hearing it.
Yep, it does that.
I was just thinking I was going crazy, that's all.
Nope, you're not going crazy. This is an old game.
It is. You should slow down and let me catch up because the race is over.
This guy ahead. Yeah, I'll slow down a minute here. At this turn.
That game uses technology because the music in it is electronic music. They're using a technology in that game, and I want to say that there are other games that have done similar things but aren't using the same technology, where no matter what the song is, no matter when it's playing, because it does it for you specifically. The music, if I'm not mistaken, is not server-based, it's locally based, but the way that the levels pulse, all of the things in the world are set to different zones, and based on the music it will generate a light show of some kind based on the music that is playing for each different zone.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a music-based technology, and that's what I like about it. Like, sure, I guess I should also like the fact that it is also pretty... It's an interesting game, and it looks fun, and I've seen some people play it, and honestly, I haven't played it yet, but I have watched people play it. It seems like it could be a good time. So I want to play that game, and yeah, and again, I hope that there are a lot of songs in it, because I really want there to be an awesome looking level.
Yeah. I like the idea of a local sort of, lighting and sound for each person. That's really interesting.
I've found it to be very interesting concept, and it looks very good. Ow!
Oh, God, that guy's come down and he doesn't realize you're there.
No, not at all. He did not.
I'm just gonna
Whoa!
wreck out.
Nope, I'm gonna let him go wide and then take the inside line and then take the lead temporarily before you take it from me.
Don't worry about it. We're good. Oh wait, that was him back there. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm in front now. So, alright.
Drafting you.
If you're in the chat, what games are you excited for in 2015? Because honestly, I'm going to need and if someone says the next Dynasty Warriors game, which obviously there'll have to be another one, I'll be very happy. I hope there's another Dynasty Warriors game.
I have 2 points to make here. One, Chase kind of brings up a good point in that I was kind of trying to iterate at earlier, but wasn't doing so elegantly. In that GTA is just a world full of scumbags hurting scumbags, so it doesn't seem that bad. By comparison, hatred is hurting innocent people who may not have any,
but
wrongdoing in the world. So it's kind of by moral standards scummier.
I disagree. When you have an open world which has people everywhere that you can mow down and kill just because you want to,
right,
sure,
doing that in GTA, in hatred it is encouraged.
Yeah, but at the same time, we don't know about the fact that there may be, sure, that might be the objective of the game, but there may still be consequences involved for
at this
people.
Point, we're making assumptions about a game that already has proven itself to be pretty nasty in some ways. So
I still don't.
I'd say don't give it credit until it proves it. This is not have been innocent until proven guilty situation here.
No,
history we've heard about these.
Trust me, I'm not supporting hatred, but at the same time, I'm just saying that if you are able to, and this is something that is encouraged, or at least is not really punished, if you think about it, if you can get a hooker, pay them, and then kill them to get your money back. That is never discouraged. They never explicitly say, and technically you can get away with doing that without being in trouble. Like,
it gets you closer to having a wanted level, but it plays that real loose, especially if you do it in an isolated area.
Agreed, and so I don't think that's okay. I still don't think that a game that encourages or at least even allows that, and with the ability to not have consequences. Sure, again, yes, you're right. There is the idea that you could be brought to, given a wanted level and whatnot, but yeah, I don't know.
Either way, they're both.
It's a personal moral thing that is just, I would like to see more games in 2015 excuse me, that get away from, like, if Battlefield Hardline comes out.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Again, why do we need these games? Hell, I don't even want to see another Battlefield game. Like, I will admit, I did play a bit of Battlefield 3, but I played it... What I did with Battlefield 3 is my friend and I got onto empty servers, we took jets, we jumped out of the jets and landed where we normally couldn't get to, and we would do snipe-offs to see which one of us using an SVD could snipe the other one from the longer distance. Like, we would do things like that, and, Metal Gear Solid 5, that's right. That is a game I'm excited for, and, yeah, I want that game to be good so bad.
Yep.
Which, funny, I played Metal Gear Solid 4. I've played it multiple times. I really liked that game. And after that, I went, this is a good closure for Metal Gear Solid. We don't need another one. Adamantly...
You have little understanding of how sequel works.
I adamantly said, I'm fine with the fact that there should not be another Metal Gear Solid after this one. This is a good conclusion to the storyline. This should be the end of it. And then they went and made this. And then I looked at it and went, this game looks really good. And then they said, oh, by the way, we are doing a Metal Gear Online for this. And then I went, shit, I have to buy this game. Now, for the record, I don't play multiplayer shooters because most of them are way too fast-paced for my old brain. And also, they're just not fun for me.
Okay.
Metal Gear Solid 4's Metal Gear Online, I played that game to death. There was a mode in that game where it's called training mode, where to become a trainer, to do training mode
training.
yourself.
I thought you said craning. It's like,
training mode, where you would be able to get into a map with an open map with other players, where a trainer would teach you things about the game and how to be better at playing Metal Gear Solid 4 Online. And then at the end of that, they would graduate. They choose when they want to do this, but they would graduate people who they think did well. Those people would then be able to be trainers themselves, and you would get a rating from your trainees afterwards, and also you'd have a number of people you graduated and whatnot. So you would train them just randomly in the world where no one could shoot each other, and then after that you'd be able to put them into a practice multiplayer where they would actually be able to do an actual multiplayer match, and you would be the omnipotent flying person everywhere who would be able to watch and judge people based on how they're doing.
Huh. That's actually kind of unique and cool if it weren't rife to potential abuse.
It could have been, but I tell you what, I had one of the highest ratings as a trainer in that game.
Nice.
Because I spent so many goddamn hours just talking to people and I would have repeats come back after I graduated them already to learn something else that I would teach them, or just to be able to come and hang out while we just, played around and learned new things. And then if they would use what I told them, I'd graduate them again.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, that's cool. And the thing is you're taking something, shooters are, for the most part, unless it's co-op only, shooters are inherently destructive. You have two players or more than that, and people are going to lose because other people are going to shoot them in the face, basically.
Yep.
That's kind of what I call destructive. There, you're encouraging at least a bit of cooperation and camaraderie almost, which I think is sorely needed in these situations. I think the more you can build up sort of cooperative and positive experiences rather than just destructive negative, which is a necessity of competition.
Yes. The other point I'd like to make on that is that it is a very heavily team-based game. Like, it is a slower, more team-based shooter, and that is why I liked it, because you had to work together with your team to really do well if you wanted to really enjoy that game to its fullest, and that is why I liked that as a shooter. So the fact that there are multiplayer elements, not only in the multiplayer, but actually in the single player as well, if I recall correctly, I'm very excited to play that game. I did a happy hour where I played Ground Zeroes and did just miserable, because I was trying to be stealthy. It went very badly.
That's a shame.
Yes, it was. But at the same time, I'm hoping that I'm better at the actual game, because I was pretty darn good at Metal Gear Solid 4 that I recall, so, yeah, I really want that game. But I believe that we're kind of done here.
We're getting, yeah, I think...
Unfortunately.
I can't believe we just did the Grand Prix track. You didn't even get to see the Rallycross.
No, we didn't get to see the car park either. Can we find a car park?
Find a Rallycross race real quick.
No, can we find the car park?
A car park, you're probably not going to find many good layouts, but let's see what we can find.
Well, we're only going to find the car park of this track anyway, obviously.
Yeah.
I just want to know what the car park is.
Okay, let's see if we can find that. Let me search for it here. I'll give you a name.
Okay.
BL Car Park X022. Ooh, that's got 2 people in it. I don't think it's a good idea. That's a private one. That is...
Just because I don't think we have enough time for another race, but...
No, it's okay. Car Park won't be a race, trust me.
No, I know it's not, and that's why I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is.
Okay, Estonian Car Park.
Yup, got it.
Let's try this. Let's see if this does anything.
Alright. Okay.
Alright. Car Park, clear day.
Join race. Ready.
See what this is.
So,
I don't even know. It could be any...
Yeah, car park practice. So this game just has... It has the track, which is like right over there.
Yep.
And then it has an inside track for Rallycross. And then, oh, by the way, it just has this car park where I can do...
It's parking lot.
Sick donuts, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the thing here is that you're supposed to put a bunch of Rallycross elements in through the Rallycross, or not Rallycross, the Autocross editor that I have not toyed with in quite some time, but you could put a bunch of cones down that automatically give penalties.
Where are you?
Over here by the power lines.
I want to hit you.
Okay, hit me.
Yeah, I want to see how this feels like to hit someone. Oh, T-Bone, here it goes.
Do it.
Boom! Oh, well, your car was... Hang on, your car was flipping. Did I flip it?
No, you just put it on its side.
Woo! That might be the the thumbnail for this track.
How you doing?
That sound, by the way, is terrifying.
Yeah, all the sounds in this game are pretty old and miserable.
By the way, I do like how they have this old...
up physics-wise. I kind of like it.
Yeah. I wonder if this was the old logo for what we know as ESL these days.
Yeah, it is.
That is amazing.
This was an old ESL game. They used to play this.
No.
Yeah. This was one of the... Oh god, somebody's connecting. We gotta get out of here.
No, stay there. No. Oh, I was gonna run
I'm a
through
ghost.
you. Damn it. That is amazing because yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is that I think somebody won like a
now I can start a server
from the ESL tournament.
Piece of junk. Huh.
Playing this game. Huh. I mean, it was big in Europe, so ESL, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all right. That has been another episode of...
I'm gonna make you revisit this, Weasel.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get addicted to this again.
Terrible at it though. I'm so bad at it.
Rallycross will make you change your mind. Go practice that sometime when you got some free moments. Trust me, you're gonna enjoy it.
Okay.
Dirt courses.
I'll take your word for it.
Combination asphalt and dirt.
Again, that game is free to try out. We tried. lfs.net, I believe, is the website for that. Or you could pay to get more tracks and more cars and whatnot. And,
24 pounds, but I mean, it's an old game. Come on. Only do that if you're crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you're gonna, probably do a stream of it like we are. But even then, I would say don't.
That is about all that I have for us today. Tomorrow, join us for Vanilla Minecraft, where we're going to do a parkour puzzle in a slime gel room, which is going to... I am already super excited for that. With myself...
Did Shenlin put you up to this?
No, he's doing it with us.
Oh, wow. Holy crap.
Yeah, him, myself, and Zoob have to... all three of us have to succeed in that. So that should be fun.
Yeah, no kidding.
Friday is Happy Hour, where I will be playing BlazBlue Calamity Trigger on the PC. That is a Steam game. If you want to play that with us, let us know. On any of our social medias, we are PlayerWon TV on everything: Twitter, Facebook, Google+, YouTube, Reddit, all of the above. PlayerWon TV is our website. We will have more information on what's coming up next week on our new show called This Week on PlayerWon. You can find that on PlayerWon TV or on our YouTube. I can tell you now, however, that Trace and I have to do some research between now and tomorrow, or now and next week.
I was going to say, oh my god, don't do that.
And next week, because we are going to be playing a game that you also can get involved in, called Distance. But
Yes.
we are going to be playing not just standard Distance. We're going to be playing Distance Steam Workshop Edition. We're going to grab a whole bunch of stupid tracks off of Steam Workshop and play them.
All the dumb tracks.
It's going to be a good time. So,
Everyone.
join us for that next week, and that is about all. Parting thoughts?
Yeah, actually, I just realized 2015's Game of the Year. Drift Stage.
Drift Stage.
It's
Yep.
2015, y'all.
If you like that comment or what you've seen today, go to patreon.com/nweasel, and then you can help support us. And, Chase also says tag mode.
Oh, tag mode. Shoot, we ought to try that, actually. Tag mode is really good in Distance, I've heard.
We can do that as well, actually.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we can do in Distance, so maybe we'll even make it a longer episode if we really want to. I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
I mean, you can always revisit stuff. I mean, I think we found a lot more revisitable stuff as of late.
Thank goodness.
We had that other game we were supposed to actually try out that we were talking about earlier, and I've already forgotten it.
A racing game?
Yeah, we mentioned a racing game we were going to try earlier. I don't know, man. You remember it?
Did we, man? I don't remember that.
I don't know, man. I thought we had something nice.
You sure we were talking about things and not
I'm pretty
really
sure we were
racing
talking
games?
about something. I can't remember it, man. Maybe we should just sleep on it or something.
Okay, man. Let's
I'm gonna
do
go eat some
that.
brownies.
Okay, good night, man. See y'all.
Oh, actually, I gotta blame old age, not anything else.